Good morning, and welcome to my new camera angle. How are we this morning? I think I definitely look more like a streamer with this setup. My glasses are filthy. Why didn't I clean them before I started? But yes, welcome in, my friends. Good morning. Hope things sound good and look good out there. Not just with stream, but in your lives. Chill vibes today. Good morning and happy holiday weekend. I unfortunately have to work tomorrow because university staff works on MLK Day, which is unfortunate because I feel like federal holidays just should be respected regardless. But I mean, it's university, like, hourly people, I believe. But so not like student workers, not GAs, not anything like that. But yeah, exactly. But yes, do we like the new camera angle? It used to come from there, and it had my shelf in the shot, but we're repurposing the shelf and a couple things in the office to lay some things out a bit differently for some of the stuff that Pumpkin needs to do in here. So I thought it was a good opportunity and a good time to shift the camera where I wanted to. Yes. And that way when I'm gaming, I'm like facing the uh the game, and in my camera shot I am as well, which reminds me I think I'm going to have to fix that square because I don't think I have yet. No, it looks okay. Never mind. I might shift it a little bit just so I can have the D20 in there while I'm playing, but overall, I think it looks pretty good. Also, this is going to become my new default look when it comes to color. I'm going to shift it based on what games and what I'm doing and stuff like that, but ultimately, this will be what it is. Also, another thing, and I took away my second camera because it was using up resources and I didn't use it often enough for it to matter. But I do have my phone not with me. Oops. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Turquoise blue was another option that I was looking at. I also looked at just like primary green. I think it also looked pretty good, but uh, let's see if this actually still works. Doesn't look like it does anymore. Boo. Thank you. I'm liking it too. Okay, if that one doesn't work, let's see if I can use the other app. Because this last one, or this other one, has definitely worked in the past, and I want to make sure I can show you all the new stuff. Okay. Oh, that's why it's probably not working. Um, okay. This is going to look... Oh, wait. No, I can do... Why am I forgetting how to do this? You could do a split screen, right? With... they are not giving me holiday pay. I guess it was a deal that my union worked out with the university to give us certain things off, but not MLK Day. But I think the reason that they're not doing that is because there's a bunch of special events that happen that day. So we have to be there, so that way we can run those events. Okay, I thought there was a preview window in OBS. Did they get rid of it? Where you can like preview your scene before you take it? Am I crazy? Studio mode. Ah, okay, let me find this. Yes, thank you. And now, actually, the layout on my OBS screen, I'm a lot happier with. Okay, sources. It's not in overlays, is it? No. Where did I put this scene? Man, I feel like such a little boomer. It's not main content, is it? It is main content. Okay. Okay. Allow. Start. Excellent. And then why? What is working? Oh, I'm a silly, silly, silly man. That's what's happening. I am just purely on the wrong scene. Because I have to be able to show the content that I want to show. Okay, now I say that and it's not here. God dang it. Aha! I did it. I'm smart. Okay, so as I was saying, I got the... Oh my god. It's in a loop. I screwed it up.
Ronnie0 says. Ronnie0 says. Ronnie.
Oh my god. My FPS, everything just freaked out. That was not great. Holy crap. Whew. I'm going to take a screenshot of that because that is the exact issue. Whew. That is the exact issue that happened last time, where my uh A plus got Oh, you know how I work. Anyway, wow, that was super fun, and now my FPS is dropping like crazy. What's using all my power? Anyway, there's my new camera angle. Right there. It used to be right here. So that way the shot was closer to that before, which I like. That's a nice shot just in general, but I really like the one that I have now better. What else? Oh, I got my iPad all hooked up with the OBS mobile app, which if you don't have that, it's $50 unlimited, but then you can also pay monthly for it, and you can do custom button sizes. So I just have it set up like this. So I got these buttons that are always there, and then this is running Companion, which is another awesome app if you don't already use it. I definitely recommend it. But now I have all of these custom buttons, so control for that unit back there, so that way I don't have to keep reaching back for it. So I can switch to the different color bars, different sources, stuff like that. I moved my main Stream Deck over here. I got all my scenes and stuff. The mini Stream Deck, which is running from my MacBook, so that way when I do stuff from there, it's a little bit more easy to do some quick changes, and I don't have to dig into my system too far. I could just use that. I got my Mac, my Xbox, all this. Moved my lamp over here from the shelf because I thought it wasn't just a nice look. Got my water, various things. But yeah. Well, excellent. Have a good day at work, my friend. I hope to chat with you and see you soon. I saw you were in Chanland for a couple minutes the other day. Hope to see you in there more often, my friend. Always fun playing with you. What else? What else? Oh, this magnificent thing. I got a new low profile mic stand. You can thank Pumpkin Christmas for that. It's mounted all the way back there, but it's low profile so that way I don't have the arm like in my shot. Because for the longest time it was either in my shot or it was in my way. So I couldn't see this screen. Also, I finally went back to vertical screen over here for OBS. Very, very happy with it. Yeah, so when I switched to studio mode, I realized how good this layout actually is. I love it. But not going to be in studio mode while I'm doing this, because then I have to take the transition, and I don't want to worry about that. But yeah, my layout, I'm feeling pretty good about it. Standard down here hasn't changed much. I think I just gave myself a little bit more room over here so that way I could set stuff down. Oh, and I moved my desk up. You can see a lot less clearance between my screen and the shelf than used to be. I moved it up so that way it was a little bit more comfortable and I could tuck my chair under my desk. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, other than that, we'll jump back here. We'll continue our chat. I figured we could do some like what my Sunday streams used to be. One of my favorite things to do on Sunday streams. Talk a little bit about what I was up to, what I am up to, and what I have to look forward to, and chat with you all about what you're doing too. Because this is a conversation. It's not just me shouting into the void. Right? Right? Well, some things that have happened. Semester started. The semester started at work, which means things are a little chaotic. Not too bad. Nothing I can't handle, but a little bit of chaos in an otherwise chill time. Uh, Winter storm up here in the Mitten, which I know quite a few of you have probably experienced. I might have to go out and do some shoveling today. Yesterday was a lot more. I just need to relax. And today we're going to get to cleaning. We're going to get to doing a lot of other stuff so that way we can prep our space for some things coming up in the very near future. Actually, so much shoveling. I'm actually going to make a quick adjustment. So we'll go here, here. Because I'm really curious about what this color looks like. That's not bad. Let's update that and change the other stuff and see if I like it when it's there too. Boop. Boop. That's wrong. So B00FFFF. And are we going to like this? I like that too. That's pretty clean. That's a pretty clean color as well. We'll keep this and we'll see how we feel about stuff. Another thing I did notice about this layout, this camera angle and everything for this new setup is that you can see this monitor. I don't know if I hate it as much as I think I do. There is the option for me to rotate this one as well. So if it's vertical, but then that means that this machine, when I'm running it, this machine will have a vertical screen and a horizontal screen. And I don't know if I'm going to like that layout for the things that I use this screen for. So we'll see. But yes, a couple other things that have happened. Aside from the semester starting, I've been doing a lot of fun work, and we might even look at it this morning, but a lot of fun work with the Labyrinth of Lost Souls escape dungeon thing in Minecraft that I made with a few friends there on the Chanland server. Done a lot of amazing, fun things with it. The biggest stuff has been since the Hermitcraft Season 9 World Download has come out. And I've actually been able to, because a lot of the stuff that I've been doing is just very heavily inspired by Tango Tech, making the Decked Out game as well as the Among Us game in Season 7. The Among Us game has a lot of influence on it because it's, aside from it being, aside from it being flat level, because I feel like Decked Out 2 is not, but Decked Out 1 was very much like, quadrants and stuff like that. What I am doing is a lot more small scale. I got a lot of redstone packed into it, but it's a lot more small scale than anything that Tango has done. But this is my first foray into it. Like, this is my first time trying it. So I think I'm doing an okay job. I think the redstone techniques I'm using, I'm improving over time. I recently just updated some of what was redstone wire, updated to I updated it to the powered rail observer instant wire. It's not truly instant because there are a couple repeaters in there, so that way I can shut off torches. And yeah, exactly. It's an experiment that I'm super, super proud of and that I can share with people. So it's not something that I'm just kind of working on in the background and, something like that. Like I can share with people and people can jump in and start playing while I'm actively developing and making it better. So I'm really excited about that. What else? Oh yeah, the holidays. We had a bunch of holidays in there. Thank you for the follow. Puritanical Q. Maybe. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. Oh, boo. Well, that happened fast. Banned. That was quick. I'm not used to that. I don't get those much anymore. Probably because I don't stream that often. Anyway, yes, holidays were in there. I got this mic stand. Fantastic. I also got... I'm going back. It's happening. Get ready. I got Mandalorian Funko Pop from season 1. I got the Child Funko Pop from season 1. I'm very, very happy with that. And then Punkin and I were walking in Target, and I had this like, man, one of these days I'm actually going to find the Eddie Funko Pop from Stranger Things, because that thing has been like coveted by quite a few people. A lot of people want that Funko Pop. I didn't get the OG one. But I did get this one. It is the Dungeons and Dragons Eddie. So he is sitting at a D&D table with his books and dice and maps and candles behind him. I am in love with him, and I am so surprised that thing actually existed, because I was not expecting to see that thing. There was only, I think, 2 of them, and I got one of them, baby. So I'm very, very happy and excited for that. Oh, flying squid. Oh, I haven't seen those emotes in my chat in a while. How are you? Let's go back to chatting. Also, my Stream Deck is sliding. I don't like that. I'll have to fix that later. But yeah, so lots of fun little things that have happened. I'm doing well. Just going over some of the stuff that's been happening in my life, leading up to the stuff that's currently happening. And then we're going to move on to the stuff that's coming up. So things that are currently happening today, like I mentioned, thank you so much. I recently changed my layout. The camera is now here. It used to be here, and you got another shot of like bookshelf and stuff. And I think I'm actually the bookshelf setup. I can pan over there real quick. I think I'm going to be taking all that down and just turning it into a real bookshelf, not just a place to store or to show off some things. And then we're going to hopefully a little bit more. There we go. There's my shot. And then that way we can maybe take those LEDs and put them elsewhere, because I'm like looking at my shot right now of where I could add a little bit more color, and there's not many options. So one of the big things that I think I might do, instead of adding it behind me, is add it in front of me, or maybe add it on the table edge, so that way my table like has a little bit of a halo to it, maybe even underneath, so it's more aesthetic for me than for the stream. I'm not sure. If I do that, I'm going to have to fix my cable management, because it is horrendous right now with some of my adjustments. But yes, today we're going to be doing some cleaning not just of the house, but potentially going outside and getting rid of some of the snow that's out there. Also going to be doing, hopefully at least a food shopping trip. I'm not sure if it's going to be a today thing or if it's going to be after work tomorrow. But we need lunch stuff. It's a myth. Yeah, I mean, I definitely bought I bought these with the best intentions. So it's a little 3M tab with the zip strip or zip tie thing, so that way I could put it under my desk and make it a little bit cleaner. And I bought it with the intentions to do cable management, and all I've done is make that thing prettier on the backside. Which, by the way, friends, I don't know how many of you were on the stream the first time that I went live with my new D20. Completely new LED tape. Like, it is one continuous string of LED tape now instead of different sections for each section. So now I don't have to worry about cable breaks. I don't have to worry about any loose connections. It's just one big piece of tape that I can pixel map and do whatever I want to with it. But yes, again, like I'm very excited and happy. I used to have my headphones and my headset on these two things. They didn't look good in the shot, so now they're all the way back there on the back wall. I'm still not happy with them because the cables look kind of funky and they're dangling, but we'll see what I do. I know there's a couple other things that I can put back there, but um, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. The office itself that I'm in is way cleaner. Um, yeah, yeah, you were this was a while ago, my friend. I'm thinking, ooh, couple months at least that it's been that you've been here. But yeah, I'll remember that emote. Like it's classic. I love it. Um, but yes, so we're gonna get some cleaning, get some stuff done in prep for the second week of classes. Um, hey, now you know you'll be back. I just realized I gotta shift this up a little bit. Let's do that. Perfect. I wasn't liking how my chat was interfering with the pop-up alert on the bottom of the screen, which, by the way, my alerts are completely custom and I love them to death. But recently, Lumia Stream, which, by the way, if you haven't heard my spiel already, there's a little bit of info on it. Lumia Stream is the chatbot and light management and just overall stream management software that I use. It is fantastic, and I have all but completely converted over everything to Lumia Stream. It got to the point where I'm even doing my like channel scroller, where latest follow, latest subscriber, all that stuff is now run through Lumia Stream. So when alerts go off, when everything goes off, all of my stuff, my lights, my border around my stream, this friend, all of it can change color, all of it can do custom things, and you can even do I think it's channel points. Where is it? I can never remember. Well, yeah, most of my channel points light up my stuff. Caffeinate, Vibe Check, Game Mode Musical, all that stuff. And then there's also a, pardon me, bits redemptions where you can do certain color changing and other things. Actually, I think I can. Where did I put it? Right there? There we go. where you can just change all the colors on my stream. Not just the lights behind me, but also the oh. But yeah. And then back to default. Come on, back to default. Oh, boo. I'm going to have to play around with that a little bit. Cool. Anyway, welcome to the Chan Fam, officially Flying Squid. It's great you're here, and I'm glad that you follow the channel. What to look forward to. This is something that's kind of a little bit of the last two categories, but more future driven. I have a bunch of footage and a bunch of shots for a YouTube video filmed. I have a couple of things that still need to get polished out and shot for it. But I also need to do the voiceover and the editing. But the hope is that I can do a general overview of the Labyrinth of Lost Souls, the process that it took to build it, the people who built it, how to play it, and all that sort of stuff. For a while, I was thinking about doing just one cohesive video that talks about all of that stuff, but I'm realizing more and more it might be better for me to do a little bit of parsing out. Namely, I'm not going to do a how to play video in this one. I'm not going to do a do this and then do that and then this is what happens. I'm just going to go over the I'm going to do a general overview of the thing itself, the lore behind it, the creation, the development, things that are coming up, so that way I can kind of show people that stuff. I'm not really going to do a deep dive into the redstone or the mechanics or anything with this video, but then I'll come out with a how-to video of how to play. No, I should do that the other way around. I should do a how to play one, so that way people are more intrigued in how to play the game, especially since some of the mechanics have changed since we first started. I want some people who played the first time around, second time around, to experience it the way that these new players are. So we'll do a how to play first. 1. 2, I think we'll do a overview, how it came to be, the lore, all that stuff. We'll do all that. And then the last one will be a redstone deep dive, because I've talked to quite a few people who are looking at the redstone I did and being very confused about how it all works. I'm sometimes confused on how it works, because I just look at the whole thing and go, if I didn't color code this, I would have been completely lost a long time ago. Color coding was necessary. But again, we might look at that in a little bit. Some of the updates and changes and some of the cool things that are coming up. But yeah. What else is coming up? We got the next big show that we're working on for the program. And I have to build a remote-controlled rowboat. I'm calling it the Roboboat because that's who I am as a person. It's also called the Short Ship. Anyway. But have to build that, as well as a trap door in the floor, so that way people can come in and out of the stage floor. Excited for that. And very exciting things. I'm hoping to explore a lot with the options of some interesting scenic elements, so that way we can expand not only what we can do as a program, but also what the students can get their hands on and play with as we develop a little bit further with things. But yeah, I'm excited for what's coming. I'm excited for what is, and I'm happy for the things that have happened. And we're going to push forward. couple other things. I have been completely neglecting my Xbox. Not only on stream, but in real life. I think I have played on it a total of 10 times since I bought it a few months ago. Not that I don't want to. It's just I don't think I have fully. I don't think I have fully embraced my Xbox. And also, I haven't really found a game to obsess over. um, Once I find that game, though, it's over. I'm just going to be Xbox for life. I've also been playing on my Switch for so long that it's really hard to switch to another system. No pun intended. But I'm hoping to find a game that really captures my interest on that system in particular, so that way I can play. I also know that there's a couple games that I play on my Switch that the graphics are just better on the Xbox 360, so I might just have to pick up some of those just so I have not necessarily a better experience, but a higher quality viewing experience of that game. Maybe even start it over. I'm not sure. I think one of the biggest qualms, one of the biggest challenges that's going to come out of playing on Xbox, pardon me, is that the controllers work just different enough where I might have some issues with some of the things that I know how to do on Switch in certain games that I just it's a different button or a different process on the Xbox. I'm just gonna have to learn that. But yeah, so um 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 um, um, uh, uh, had a small little power outage the other day. That was a big bummer. So it meant that when I pressed start stream, I realized that these lights, the ones that actually light my face during my stream, weren't functioning. So I had pressed the start streaming button and everything, and I wasn't ready to start. I should have double checked everything. That was my bad. Um, but yeah, it was definitely one of those. Oops. So I'm a lot better now. Um, oh, and another thing that I'm going to be playing around with, I totally forgot about this. I just looked at my screen and realized, oh yeah, that's a thing. Lumia Stream has the ability that I can have it running on two different machines. So I have it running on my actual streaming machine, but I can have it running on my laptop. But I can have it running for only one purpose over there, which is to what you call it, to do HUD displays. So I can have any of the layouts that you see on my screen. I can also put on my display for my viewing. So that way I don't have to look over on this monitor as much. I can look at the game and it'll have it up there for me. So that way I can have chat open, or I could have certain alerts, or I could have certain countdowns. I could have all these things running um, for my viewing, and it doesn't double up on the screen over there for you all. It's just something for me to see as I'm playing. So hopefully, I haven't played around with it too much, but I'm hoping that it does what it says it does. Otherwise, I have other ways of doing stuff that will get me in the same realm of function. So, another thing that's hopefully happening relatively soon is I have an old computer that not really using much, and I am hoping to get it connected hardline into my network system in my house, and start running Chanland from my house instead of from a server online. The biggest things that I am running into is I need to double check that my internet speed can handle it. But also security is because once I host something on my home network, it opens up the possibility of manipulation and issues. And I don't want to have to worry about that sort of stuff. So I'm hoping that I can get that, pardon me, solved and get that hosted, because right now I pay 10 bucks a month for hosting Chanland. And not that it's not worth it, but it's not as active as it once was, and I don't stream as much as I used to, so the payouts of the stream don't counteract the cost of certain investments like that. So I just have this interesting little middle ground that I find myself in all the time, where I want to be able to continue with stuff, but I also don't want to just be throwing money at something that doesn't get utilized as much as it should or could. So I do think, since we talked about it a bit, I am going to let's see if this still works. Maybe. Did it work? Hey, it did work. Awesome. We're gonna jump into the server and see some of the stuff that has changed with things, some of the stuff that's coming up, and yeah, just overall play around. So first of all, turn up this because I love this stuff. I have a mod that allows me to set the what you call it? I have a mod that allows me to set the volume of the music, and I can change tracks with the Minecraft music and all that stuff. Also, I am realizing that with my new layout, this doesn't work as much as it used to. So we'll get this set. Hold on a moment. Does 30 work, or is that not enough of a gap? Well, let's do 32. We'll grab this bad boy, bring him up. That looks okay. I like that. Oh yeah, that's awesome. You can't see my tool, but you already got a view of one. No, okay. Wait, do I have it? I don't have it. Why isn't this working? Man, I'm missing all this stuff. Yeah, I need to go in and fix that too. That's weird. All my sound effects on my iPad are all off, like by one for some reason. Okay, so yeah, welcome to Chanland. Let's throw on some shaders so things look a little nicer. Like I said, throw on some shaders to make things look a little nicer. Ayo. So yeah, we have not much that has changed over here. We have the new wool farm. Eric will be in soon to decorate the top up here, as you can see. Don't ask where the old sheep are. The old shep are. But down here, we have the new sheep farm. The AFK spot right there. But, yeah. all of the storage down here. Looking very nice. We have every color, all 16 of them. Very, very happy with this. Eric did a fantastic job. And yeah, super, super happy about it. We also installed Peek on the server. I'm very excited about. So anytime there's a shulker box that is filled, or majority, no, I think it's the only contents or one thing, the what's in it will show up on the top of the shulker box in the world, as well as on in your inventory. It's like you see it pop up right there. So very excited and happy about that. Just a little quality of life thing. There will be a better entrance and exit into this at some point, but this is just temporary until we can get things a little bit more built, a little bit more clear about how things are going to lay out, so that way we can add an entrance and exit. I don't think there's anything else in town that has really changed. Random mud block. Time to check the sniffers, see if they... Yep. Awesome, a couple of them. Plant those. We also have, okay, just one torchflower seed, so no more breeding today. Don't push them out. Stay in there. I also need to replant the automatic farm thing here, because I used it for wheat for some target blocks, and then I never rebuilt it, and I feel really bad about it. Yeah. The roller coaster is officially functioning, so let's ride that over to the next spot. So I think my volume is a bit off. We'll have to adjust that once I get off the minecart. Is it really dark over on your screens, friends? It's hard to tell with the light in my eyes. It's an eclipse. Heyo. Okay. So one of the first things that I've changed since... Slightly dark? Okay. Oh, that's way blowed out. Hold on. It's a little bit better. It's also the shaders. Things are just going to be inherently darker with shaders, so we'll get rid of those. So yeah, this is the first change that's happened. I'll take out the music. So we've always gone through Shrek Swamp to get over to the labyrinth and the tavern and everything. But now there's this pressure plate that if you walk over it, this happens. And I don't want to get this video demonetized, so I'm just going to start it and I'm going to run away.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me.
And it plays it over there. So anybody who's creating content, stay away from Shrek Swamp if you don't want to get demonetized. So welcome to phase 5. Not much has changed in here at all. I did add an Elytra landing pad for people. Adjusted some of this stuff, and then we have a new way, as you can see up here, Shadow Scrolls, a new way of actually doing runs. You have to turn in a Shadow Scroll to do a run. It limits people to 10 runs, which I think is more than enough. But yeah, the big perk of this is it allows me to track how people are running, and it allows me to give a to just check in the barrel how many people have turned in scrolls to see how many runs have happened. So I think it's a pretty solid thing. Phase winners, all that great stuff. Just beds upstairs, biggie. We revamped the audio testing Cherry Grove Shack. So for a while, it was just a button that you would listen to a custom music disc and adjust your levels. But we have a lot of note blocks in there too, and I wanted to make sure that people had the levels correct for that as well. So now we have this whole button panel, so that way you can press. So that way you know what those sound like, first of all. But second of all, it allows you to go into your options and adjust your note blocks and stuff like that. Also, yeah, friendly creatures is at 50. Do the same for that. So yeah, you can test custom sound effects with this button too. But as you can see with that note, sound effects button works every 2 presses. That's because of the way that droppers work with music discs. Every once in a while, they stay powered after you depower them with a button, which means they won't trigger on the next one. They just get a block update, so they're unpowered, and then you have to press the button again. So, nothing. Sound. I just don't want people to come in here and press the button and wonder why things aren't happening. It's because you have to press it twice. And because I'm a good person, I'll push it again. So that way it's the first time somebody else pushes and it'll work. Yeah, so nothing drastic over here at all. We updated the heartbeat sound on the bridge. So now it's a single heartbeat that I can just change the speed of, because before it was 2 heartbeats and you could hear the skip. So now it's just 1 heartbeat, and then I could just choose how fast or slow it is. So if I go down here, and now I got it on a 2 tick delay, but I can change it. Oh. Make it a little bit faster. I'm a big fan of the 2 tick delay. It's just fast enough to create tension, but not slow enough to be boring. Phantoms on my tail. We'll sleep in the safe house. I also added, and this is just lore based, I added 10 skulls with 10 soul lanterns as you get closer to represent the 10 souls that you have to save. We got the armor stand with the visible label, so that way you can see the Labyrinth of Lost Souls as you walk in. Very proud of that. Let's have a chat. One of the biggest changes that has happened recently that I'm really proud and happy about. We won't go down there. We'll go down the other way. Is that I have completely redone and color-coded every single line of redstone. Oh, I just realized I can get rid of the word future. And also turn this white because... Is it white or black? I think it's black, actually. Now I think about it. But the... all the... Yeah, it's black. All of the redstone lines are now color-coded appropriately. So I dug out anything that was wrong, that I just used like temporary wool or just ran it on stone because I needed to get it done. Ripped out all that stuff, so now it's all on appropriate wool colors. So it's a lot easier to track down what's going on, why, so that way I can figure out if something's going wrong. So like you can see, soul loading is purple. This entire purple line goes all the way around to load up souls into their respective barrels. Button doors are cyans. You can see those over there. Off maintained, off momentary, on maintained. Those we'll look at in a second. But status indicator processing, skulk surprise areas, which is those over there. Parkour traps, hazard doors, all that stuff. Now, I have only labeled what has redstone with these colors. Because there's some, like this is a parkour trap, technically. But there's no redstone run to it. And I just used black because that's the wool I had the most of, and it fit with the aesthetic of the rest of the maze. You get it. So once I realized that, any other parkour traps that needed redstone, I made sure were just made out of black, so that way they fit that same aesthetic. It just made sense. But yeah, so like the off-maintained line is this dark blue line. So if you follow it, it takes you all the way to the off momentary signal here. I have other references, so that way you can know what's going on when. But yeah, Froglight over Torch changes game state, so when this shifts over, it changes from on maintained or off maintained, and then the on momentary signal, which for the longest time I was like, oh, is this the only thing that gets the on momentary signal? And it doesn't. There's another thing that very clearly uses that signal, and it's the opening of the pistons to get you in here, as well as some of the other units. But like the signal itself to start the game is on momentary, so it needed to change to this, because for the longest time it was just a completely different color because I didn't realize it was the same signal. The more you know. Yeah, and then we got the off maintained signal, which is this light blue line. We now have, so when you pick a soul out of one of the barrels, it makes a noise. I'm very proud and happy with that. Also, when one of the restoration elixirs, which is just a retextured golden carrot, goes off, it makes a noise as well. Also, why is this changed to G? There we go. I always want those to be F sharp, so that way you're always listening for the same note. It's just what instrument is playing it. Yeah, there's the skulk surprise areas that also make noise now, to let you know that it's actually triggered. Also, the button doors have been updated, so that way you know that a door has actually opened. There's another sound that happens, right? Calm down. Oh, he's angry. Also, sorry for anybody that's on the ad break right now. I think I want to duplicate the sound that is made when a door opens with the hazard doors. It's this one. So we'll go. And then we're going to put it right back on the music disc because open, close, 64. Because I've tried to make sure that when I'm making music discs now, I put the range that's on it because it's a lot more helpful than what I've had in the past. So this one is only going to be 16. And it doesn't need to be an announcer. So now I can throw this in the audio testing audio tester thing in the Cherry Grove hut in a little bit. Also, Sound Physics had an update recently that fixed all the music disc issues it was having with it because it wouldn't let music discs range extend because it was just treating them like normal music discs. Thankfully, that has been updated, so now I can use it again because Audio Player Mod is fantastic. And I also love the Sound Physics because it means that it sounds a little bit more immersive with sound, and good sound in a game is very important to me. So being able to have dynamic, reverberant sound effects is essential for me, and I'm very, very happy with it. I recently changed. These just used to be wool steps to get up, and glass is just more efficient, and it looks cleaner. So now it's a glass tower that takes you up. This right here is an update for the next phase. We're adding what we're calling the Backrooms Market. For the longest time, there was at the exit of the labyrinth, there was a section that was themed after the Backrooms. And I always wanted to do something with it, but I wasn't sure. And then after some discussions with the Baba Yaga Collective, we decided that turning it into a little marketplace was going to be a fun little idea. And instead of the souls being this thing that you're getting to get you closer to a win, you have to exchange the souls for things to make a better run the next time. So the goal, instead of just getting successful runs and getting as many souls as you can, it's that with the adjustment of then those souls can adjust what you can then purchase, if you will. So we're still developing. I have to build the resource pack because right now the resource pack is a little bit chaotic. Actually, for anybody who's interested, give me a second. this is how our resource pack is built. So we have the assets. So the way the resource pack works is basically you have obviously a reference file to tell all the data of what that pack is, the logo for that pack, and then all the assets of the pack itself. This one in particular, we have the Minecraft one that is just a reference to all of the items that have custom textures. So this one is just the Ender Pearl, and you can see all the different souls and their colors, golden carrots, iron nuggets, writable book, written book, that sort of stuff. So it's just saying, hey, here is the item in Minecraft, and then it's referencing where the other custom model data exists. And you'll also notice that up here it says Minecraft, so that's where it's looking for in the actual game. And then here you'll see custom, letting you know that that is in the custom folder, following those same paths. So you see this is all the JSONs, again referencing, hey, now this is a custom model data. Here is the actual model information, which I don't have any custom orientations or sizing or anything. It's just texture one-to-one. I'm just applying the texture directly to the item. I might get more complicated later, but for right now, this is just fine. But then the textures themselves, again, are just broken down. Labyrinth, Lost Souls, lols, and then the various different items and their names. So that way it's just a lot easier to break down and utilize. Before, it was a lot more like cut and dry. You'll notice like all of this is broken down 1 through 10. All of this is, pardon me, is actually labeled 1 through 10. So I didn't really do a good job of organizing before. I just like, this is just going to be a one-shot thing. Like, I'm not doing this forever. I'm just doing it for this. I'm not going to care about it. But I realized as I was digging in, I was like, no, this means that we can do custom textures for anything anybody wants, as long as it gets approval. So if somebody sends me a texture of something that they want in the game, I can assign it to the item that they want retextured, and then they just have the ability to use the custom model data command and give it to themselves for that item, for anything. So I don't have to do a whole lot of work just to be able to give these things to people. And my hope is that eventually I can create a folder for each member of the Chan fam, so that way they can have their own custom textures for various things. So if they want custom hats, they want custom sword, they want custom that, I could just add it into the resource pack, and then somebody can use that command and give it to themselves. I think the only payment is 1 experience level to make the change. I think that's fair. And then that way they can retexture whatever items they want. And I believe it's just like with an anvil, it's 1 experience point per slot. So if you do a stack of items, you can change everything at once. But, you know, unstackable items, obviously you can only do 1 at a time. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the resource pack stuff that I've been able to do. I'm excited for any more that I get to do in the near future, but yeah. So yeah, this was one of the biggest upgrades recently, was the powered rail, powered rail observer line, instead of the old way of doing things, which was redstone dust, because now I can run them right alongside each other and they don't affect each other. So this line does not affect this redstone. It's so nice. Yeah, changing the hazard door line to be actually pink instead of magenta was really helped my brain, because there's some stuff that's just on a timer that has nothing to do with the doors. So like you can see these lines that have nothing to do with the door, but they are based on the timer line. I wanted those to do that, but because this line was right next to this one, I was having a hard time determining which one was which over in this area when I was trying to track down issues. So. Yeah. We went over this my last stream. Just the shifting snow floor hazard trap. The eventual expansion level that is going out to there. Haven't done a whole lot, but I'm excited about that and the prospects of it. Oh yeah, the new reset system. So for the longest time, when this was running, the music, once it stopped and it couldn't loop, it sent a signal to say, hey, the dungeon is ready. Well, now that I have drops that might happen, and ones that, you know, they just kind of live on the floor of the labyrinth, whether you pick it up or not, I realized I had to put a 5-minute timer instead of just waiting for the music to be done, because the music's only 2.5 minutes. So what I did is that now when we get a off signal, either from somebody winning the game or somebody dying in the dungeon, it tells this dropper to drop an item onto this pressure plate and turn this torch off. So that way this retracts, because this is the dungeon ready sound effect. But when that all does, the indicator lights switch, which are all color coded now, which I'm very happy and excited about. The indicators switch to let you know that the game is resetting. And then once that despawns, this torch turns back on and the indicator light goes again. So that way it lets you know the dungeon is ready. So let's go look a little bit at the redstone of the future Backrooms Market that will be opening probably in the next week or so. I just got to do all the textures. Once I get the textures done, we should be good to go and open this thing up for real. So this thing is based off a schematic that I took right out of the Crown Shop for Decked Out 2. I took a slice of the of Decked Out 2's Crown Shop. I took a slice of it, duplicated it, and then made adjustments to fit what I needed for my game. The biggest change was the music line. Where's the redstone? Uh-oh. Is there redstone up in this chest still? There's not. Okay. Wonder when that redstone got washed away. I'm trying to think of when that would have happened. So yeah, there's a sound effect for when you pick an item. So any of the items get picked, there's a sound effect. I can actually do a demonstration of how this system works. Let's just take this real quick. So now the piston engaged the T flip-flop, so that way this is active. And then there's randomizers in here that's picking an item from a dropper and sending it so that way the signal strength expands. And then any of those red torches are letting you know which item is enabled up top. So there's a bit of a randomizer for percentage, so that way the market isn't always the same items for sale. We'll go on the free cam. It'll be a bit easier to get up there, because this is currently behind a wall. It's not ready. But then there will be the various items that you can pick on armor stands. And when you pick them and put it in a barrel, which technically you can't see them because they're under a wall, but there's barrels right here for purchase. it drops those items, and there's a counter counting how many souls you're dropping in. Once that counter runs out, it shuts things off, so that way this drops down, and it triggers this dropper with your item into this water tunnel. Water tunnel goes around and up and over, and a note block, so that way the item is available there once you're done. Oh, I gotta light up those signs. I'll do that later. But yeah, pretty quick and simple. And then that's the reset line. This drops everything back down and ready to randomize for the next people. Yeah, the biggest challenge that I'm running into right now is how to get people off of the rail line and then back onto the rail line, and have the rail shoot the minecart back when they're done, like when they get out. And my best thought is that it's 2 minecarts. I don't like this idea, but it does mean that somebody gets dumped off the first minecart, that minecart heads back into the mine, or back into the labyrinth. They do what they need to in the backrooms market, they get on another rail and head out. I think that makes the most sense. I don't like how that feels, but I can't think of another way to be able to dump somebody off of a minecart, make a sale, get back on the minecart, and have it move without any interaction, like button pushes or stuff. So I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, this is a fun little redstone build. I'm very excited and happy about it. All the armor stands and the honey blocks and slime blocks. The note letting you know that your stuff is ready. I do think I'm going to change that from a glowstone to something else, because that's the same note that button door makes, and it just doesn't make sense to me, so I want to change it. So let's head back outside so that way we can do the drop off that music disc. Also, I haven't checked in a while, but there were some baby zombies that were really screwing with the warden and brought its health down a lot not too long ago. I would like to see 396 out of 500. Okay. That's not bad. It could be way worse. But, yeah. Also, if you didn't know, the free cam allows you to do interaction, player interaction of camera, just so that way you can get some data from what you're looking at with the camera. I can get levels of the health of whatever I'm looking at when I do that. So in combination of free cam and mini HUD, I can do that. So I'm very happy. One of the big things I want to change soon, I think, is that right now the system is a like a delayed thing, so that way the pistons stay open long enough. I want to see if I can convert it back to this sticky piston redstone system. It's just a lot cleaner looking, so I don't know if I can do it, but I'm going to see if I can play around with it a little bit. Oh, that also happened. Let's do that before we do the music disc. There's this area now. So this, obviously, it's all color-coded now. I'm very happy with it. It's the safe house, the reset line, as well as the the game offline to actually like trigger the death bell and reset the system, and then this yellow line comes from the reset indicator to let you know that the game is resetting. But we added this, which I'm happy about. So it's total runs and total deaths. So this only goes off when the death bell goes off, which only can go off if someone pushes the button while the game is on in the hut or in the safe house. And then the total runs is anytime somebody drops through the hole. So not when somebody's up in Baba Yaga's hut and doing testing, or not when anybody's downstairs doing testing, but when they actually drop through the hole, which the only way to do that is if you're running the game. Then it counts up. So we've had 2 runs, it's the 4th. And then maintenance is just moving this stuff into here, so that way it doesn't count a run or count a death if I'm doing like testing. But yeah, I'm super happy and excited about that. All this color coding brings me life. So yeah, you got the reset button and the reset light. And access to the back rooms from here, so that way it's a little bit easier to get to. But things are a lot cleaner. I made sure that access is important, because I did not, any capacity, I did not want people to stress about finding stuff, especially if anybody jumps in and starts helping me with redstone. I didn't want anybody to struggle to find stuff. I wanted it to be very easy to track things down. Yeah, like, and that's the other part about this, is I didn't realize how much on signal, off signal, momentary and maintained actually existed in my setup until I went and color coded everything. Yeah, and like I took the time. Let's go back into F4. I took the time to color code the line that goes all the way back there to the tavern to let you know that the game is ready to play again. Like that's it took a while. It's like 150 blocks, but I did it because now it's nice and clean and I don't have to think about it. I did debate dropping this down a block so that way this wasn't a crawling space. Color coding saves lives. I 100%, as soon as you color code something, that's when you can explain something, because it made me explain it to myself. So I had to sit there and go, but what does this line do? Awesome, it's this color. And with the reference on that back wall, I think this is so much better. So much better. I'm so much happier. So let's drop off this. Just get the Cherry Grove hut. Let's see if I can do this without running into anything. Oh, look at those skills. Look at those skills. Okay. Also, like I said, Brownie Girl, I am so sorry about how ugly this looks. So yeah, we just got these music discs so that way somebody can come in here and listen to the various effects, see how they sound, if they like it, if they don't. Very happy. Very happy. I don't think there's really anything else. I guess I could take some time. I'm trying to remember. The other sounds that you can make with note blocks with stuff underneath. Oh, also you'll see I have cherry bushes under carpet. For the holiday version of the labyrinth, I retextured some of the mobs, so that way the witches looked like the Grinch, skeletons were covered in like holiday lights, and the warden was retextured red, and I called them Krampus. So it was that Baba Yaga had people over for the holidays, is what I was saying. And I changed the sound effects, and then I let 2 snow golems out to explore the area underneath the hut and cover everything with snow. And the only way I could keep them in here is if I did the berry bush trick. So that way when they got here, they thought they were going to get hurt, so they turned around and didn't go out. I did the same thing back there on the service exit. But yes, let's go downstairs. I'm curious about some of the sound effect options for note blocks to see if there's any. So I'm trying to think what sound effect would make sense for us. I think I got some note blocks in here. I do. Great. So yeah, if it's just on like stone, it just sounds like that. But I think there's a couple. I'm not going to do what you call it. Oop. I am not going to do hay bale because for those of you who don't know, that is a banjo. I didn't think that that was appropriate for this. Wool makes a guitar sound. I don't think that's what I want. Ice. What do I have ice doing? Ice is for the souls, so I could technically do that sound. That could sound... because we are exchanging souls. So that might work. So I think there's also emerald. The emerald sound, which is like an 8-bit sound. I think that's too cheesy. I think that's the ticket. So we'll do note block back in here, emerald back in here, and we'll take the ice with us. Put this back in, and let's go change out that block under the note block real quick. I do think we're going to have to do it with speed because, surprise, I think water is bumping right up against it, which is not terrifying at all. Yep, this is a spot where there's a water block. So let's hope that I am fast enough and I can swap to 5 and no water gets out. Ready? Ready? I did it! Yay! I don't have that sound effect, so I'll just say... That sounds great. Anyway. Okay, so now it will sound like this when an item drops. Perfect. So yeah, and I can do a test. Let's do a quick test. Don't have 10 souls, but I do have some wool. So let's do this real quick. Then we have to go up top, which I think I still have access over here. Okay, so what do we got available? We got item 1. So let's oh, I didn't put anything in the droppers. That's not fun. Why'd my light die? I should put things in the dropper if I'm going to do a test. Yeah, that's right. You better come back. So we'll do the glowstone. What else is on right now? Is it when the redstone torch is off? Okay. So item 7. We'll do an item frame. And then we just did this one, so there we go. Cool. So we'll go buy those items and see if the note block works as expected. So it's item number 4 is next. So this one. And then I think we had that one. Is it 7? We'll see. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll do 7 first. That's 8. Great, I didn't put anything in that one. So we'll go this one next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Excellent. We'll do number 4. Oh, it's not going to go off again. Because it's determinate. I got to fix that. Yeah, definitely got to fix that later. And then 10. Dang it. You take your items out. It goes away. So I want the torch light to still be linked with that, but I think I need the ding noise to happen when an item enters the chest, not when there's stuff in the chest. That is a thing for a later date. Let's reset the reset the redstone light. And then let's go grab our profit. Which isn't really profit, it's just, yeah, all these items I used for testing. Put iron in there? Why'd I do that? I have a feeling I have to check I am worried that one of these is not properly loaded up anymore. And I had nothing to worry about. Oops. Okay. Cool. So this will definitely be something I'm working on a little bit more in the future. But, yeah. Okay, let's head back here. And we'll, sign off. I didn't think today's stream was going to be the full 2 hours. I know I'm like 20 minutes shy of it anyway, so not a huge deal. But I got to get to cleaning. I got to get to my day, but I wanted to start off the morning with a quick little stream and hang out with you all for a little bit. Definitely look out in the, I'm going to say the near future, but we'll see how that goes. About the YouTube video that I'm making. YouTube videos, if it turns into that. But It should be coming out. I just got to sit down and get that editing done. But yeah, thank you all so much for hanging out with me, for joining in on the conversation, and giving me a little part of your day to spend some time chatting. So with that, my friends, I do appreciate each and every one of you so dang much. Design and conquer, my friends. I will see you at the next one. Have a great rest of your Sunday. And yes, stay warm. Definitely stay warm. But have a great rest of your Sunday. And if you have the day off tomorrow, enjoy that. And if not, I hope work isn't too tough. I will talk to you all a little bit later. Bye.